Hi everyone. I wanted to touch base with you about your assignments for the first week of e-learning. When you go to Google Classroom, students, you will find a section that is labeled Extended Break Materials. This is where I am putting all of your assignments. You will need to take a look at a post that I have labeled as the Avid Choice Board. This is where you will find your choice of activities for this week. There are 5 categories of activities. You must pick 2 activities total in order to be able to receive credit for this week. These activities are broken down into writing, inquiry, collaboration, organization, and reading. One of the most important things that you need to understand is that in order to receive credit, you are going to need to post your activities into Google Classroom. Do not share them with me. I have labeled 2 submission points for your activities. For the first activity that you choose, please put that in activity 1A. For the second activity that you complete, put that in activity 1B. My expectation is that you will have all of these turned in by next Sunday, April 5th. I am asking for this to be turned in by 3 o'clock on April 5th, so that way if you do not turn in your assignments, I can begin making contact in order to figure out why we didn't get an assignment turned in. Parents, this is important for you to know too. If a student does not turn in work, I have to report that to the assistant principals. That is to make sure that in this time we have documentation that students are continuing to work and learn. If you have any questions during this process, please make sure that you email me directly and we can talk about it. The next portion of this video is going to be a demonstration of how to use the Avid Choice Board in order to find and choose the assignment or activity that you want. Again, remember, by Sunday, April 5th, you must turn in 2 activities. They cannot be from the same category. Welcome to the Avid Choice Board. Here you will find direct links to all of your possible assignments for this week. It is important for you to understand that what you are turning in is 2 activities from the board. Each activity that you choose will have a submission point on Google Classroom. There will be assignment 1A and assignment 1B, and you will find those under the extended break material section of Google Classroom. Please note that you can only choose 1 activity per category per week. So for example, if you turned in 2 organization activities for week 1, you would not receive credit for this week. So please keep that in mind. The other thing that I want to cover with you is to make sure that you are actually turning in the assignments to me instead of sharing them with me on Google Classroom. For example, let's say that I want to do the virtual college field trip activity. I click on the link and it requires me to make a copy. You will then see that there are instructions for me to access the specific website for the virtual field trip. I want you to fill out all of the information and all of the question boxes. But up here where it says copy of virtual field trip, remove the part where it says copy and instead put your name. So Mr. Bloss, week 1. So that way you're telling me what week this is from. Mr. Bloss, week 1, virtual field trip learning log. When you have finished this, it's going to be very simple. You'll go to your class assignment where you will see activity 1A or activity 1B if this is the second activity that you are doing. click on the link, and then you will upload this document into Google Classroom for me. Do not share your assignments with me. I'm having them all being put into Google Classroom so they are all in one place. This will also make sure that this protects you in case I were to email you and say the assignment was not turned in. You can say it's right here in Google Classroom. I also want to cover where the other inquiry activity says that it is labeled as a one-pager from a core subject. These are the instructions. You will need to create a Google document and share it with me if you choose to do this. I want to focus on where it says 3 visual images. Remember that it must relate to the topic. Also, it says create 2 COSTA level 2 or level 3 questions and answer the question. So in other words, if you choose to do this activity, you need to make sure that it is one of the level 2 or level 3 questions like you would do for one of our note checks. Where it says symbolic border, that means you are creating a border for the page that has something to do with the topic that your notes are on. Some of these assignments might ask you to take a screenshot or take a picture of your notes or of your activity. One way that you can take a screenshot is to press the buttons on your Chromebook in order to take a screenshot. The other way that you can do it is to take a picture of the screen. One suggestion that I would have for you is if you are taking a picture and you want to upload it to Google, you need to make sure that it is being added to your Google Drive. This is imperative because it will allow you to be able to easily upload it. Again, do not send me pictures, upload them into the assignments.